yung examination natin. So, going into the next one, ito naman, ignore unnecessary details. Have you ever encountered this one? Sa totoong buhay din, sa istoryahan, meron din ito. Meron yung sinasabi nila na the unnecessary details. You must have to ignore the unnecessary details. Just like din sa test taking, there are questions na ibibigay sa'yo, pero hindi naman pala importante ang mga data or the details na binigay sa'yo in answering the question. So, you must have to take note of this. Parang pampulabog lang ba na question ang mga ito para mabulabog pa, or it will throw you off track. The other one is to cut your momentum. In examination taking, meron tayong sinasabi na momentum, and that's actually included. That's actually included of one of our lectures on how to gain momentum, on how to track momentum going into the examinations. And along the way, when taking the examination, most of the time, they are throwing you unnecessary details in a problem question that will throw you off track. Ano? So, aralin naman natin kung paano natin i-skirt, paano natin ma-answeran yung question without going into the unnecessary details. The example is this one. Number one, a 30-year-old banker worked out alone with an interest of 5%. What is the formula of the calculated interest? You see, in the first example, sinabi na si Juan, work out alone with an interest of 5%. Pero dinescribe pa doon na banker si Juan. But when in asking the question, ang pagka-banker ni Juan, wala naman sa equation, wala naman sa question. Mas masaklap itong pangalawa. Maria bought 12 notebooks and 5 pencils. Each notebook cost 15 pesos and each pencil cost 5 pesos. She gave her sister 3 notebooks. How much did she pay for the notebooks only? You see? Baka yung mga iba dyan, inaalala na yung 5 pencils, iniisip na yung 3 na binigay niya sa kapatid niya. Pero, ang question naman ay, yun lang. So, in answering these questions, do not go into detail. Kung ano lang yung tinatanong niya, yun ang sasagutin mo. And don't ever think of the other details. How much did she pay for the notebooks? Ang hanapin mo lang dyan, it's the number of notebooks. And of course, the cost of the notebook. Ito, isa naman. A farmer harvested 350 kilos of mangoes, 120 kilos of bananas, and 80 kilos of pineapples. He sold mangoes for 50 kilos but kept the bananas and pineapples for his family. What was his total income from selling the mangoes? Napakahaba. Pag tingnan mo dito, napakahaba yung question. Pero ang tinatanong lang naman pala niya is the items that he sold. Magkano na ito? 350 times ano ang tinatanong dito? Ang tinatanong ay is total income from selling the mangoes. So at 50 pesos per kilo, and he sold 350 kilos of the mangoes, so it's 50 times 350. The other one is Anna has 5,000 in her wallet. She buys a pair of shoes for 1,750 and a bag for 950 pesos. Her friend offers her a discount coupon of 10% of the bag, but Anna decides not to use it. How much money does Anna have left? O ano na yung computation natin dito? Anyone?
5,000 minus 1,750 minus 950.
Okay, tama. Thank you po. Pag tinitingnan mo ito, ang statement that her friend offers a discount coupon of 10% of the bag, baka iniisip mo na yon while reading the question. Alisin mo na yon. That is actually insignificant. That is actually an unnecessary detail. Ang tinatanong lang naman, go back to the main question. Ang tinatanong lang naman is kung magkano yung pera na naiwan ni Ana or after buying the bag and the shoes, magkano na yung naiwan na pera niya. You see, those are actually insignificant portions of the test question. So, huwag mo nang isali sa equation or huwag mo nang isali sa computation. Yung insignificant portion ng questionnaire. Okay?